Are you going for a letter? So we can read it tomorrow then?
Yes, we will read it.
Okay. Thank you. So, before the point of order, are you going to do the duty of taking your colleagues, or you want to speak before?
Mr. President,
go ahead. Congratulations to the new APC members. So as you are moving forward to take our distinguished brother to the winning side, which is the APC, also do the same for distinguished Senator Banigo, Her Excellency. So please, just before you do that, let me read all, because there are so many defections today that...
President, well, I think a point of order, once raised, Mr. President, is supposed to be taken timeously. Once raised, is supposed to be taken timeously. Mr. President, my point of order is with regard to order.
So this is, I'm taking it real time, so go ahead.
My point of order is order 55.
President, distinguished colleagues, this is unacceptable. It is the duty of the chief whip to move out.
We will leave.
And people should just wait and let him do his job. It's the chief whip.
Take your colleagues. He's overtaken by events.
Mr. President, no, you have to go and sit down. It's the duty of the chief whip to bring her back. Excuse me. Distinguished Mr. President, it's the duty of the chief whip to bring you. Go and sit down. No. Huh? No. We are guided by rules and regulations. We are not in a market here. We are guided by rules and regulations. It is the duty of the chief whip to usher her in. It is the duty of the chief whip. It is the duty of the chief whip to bring her to her new party and assign a seat to her. So without the chief whip going to bring her, I take my goodness to go back to her seat.
Distinguished colleagues, the point of order is upheld. The chief whip, please proceed to do your work.
Mr. President, very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the first business of the day is the presentation of an executive bill standing in the name of the leader of the Senate.
Sorry, leader, just before you go into that, please give me a minute. I don't want to, distinguished colleagues, I don't want the event that just happened a few minutes ago to pass as a, so if you can say something to give comfort to our colleagues. It's not easy to come from one constituency to the other, not to talk of coming in the quantum that we have seen. This is unprecedented since Nigeria was born in 1960. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President, and very distinguished colleagues. Mr. President,
It's on a point of order.
yeah.
Leader, you are coming under a point of order.
He's not coming under a point of order. You just asked him to make a response. So I'm the person with the point of order, Mr. President.
Okay, maybe I didn't hear well. Go on.
President, Order 42. Personal explanation.
Please read.
By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there may be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debates arise on the explanation. The terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when his leave is sought.
So, do you have the statement?
I have discussed with you, Mr. President.
No, you mentioned that you have a personal explanation, but not the
And
details.
I give you the reason. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes.
Which reads, arrangement of business, unless the Senate otherwise direct, the business of each sitting day shall be transacted in the following order. 1. Formal entry of the President of the Senate. 2. Prayers. 3. Approval of votes and proceeding. 4. Oath, affirmation of allegiance, and the oath stroke affirmation of membership of new senators elect. Number 5, message from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number 6, order announcement by President of the Senate. Number 7, petitions. Number 8, matters of urgent public importance. Number 9, personal explanation. And 10, order of the day. Mr. President, we've gone past the time for him to bring anything to do with personal explanation. We are gone into order of the day. So what the order is coming under is an aberration, and is in violation of our rules. I therefore call on you to call him out of order. If I recall, Mr. President, when the Senate President wanted to go, you asked him to stop so that he can make a comment on something you wanted him to comment on. So we hadn't gone into the order.
The Senator Abaribe, you know, you are one of the landlords of the Senate. We can always bend backwards the Deputy Senate President to accommodate him. But since he has pointed out two issues, he said he was about to go into order of the day. So I called him to quickly make a comment on something. So in the same vein, I will allow you to make your comment, and then he will now go into his personal explanation. Yes.
President, of course, you are the chief custodian and interpreter of our rules. But beyond trying to palliate both of us, I want to say that I'm relying on the same order 42 to say that our most ranking distinguished Senator Abaribe cannot proceed under order 42, as he has said. Mr. President, just less than 10 minutes ago, I stood there with you when you were asked me to approach the chair, and the distinguished Senator Abaribe approached you and said, like a joke, I'm going in there to raise a personal explanation. And we said, you know, you know what the rules are. He came back here and raised a defective order 42 for the avoidance of doubt, sir, and for the understanding of members of public, because I know our colleagues understand these issues. Order 42 reads very clearly, by the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation although there be no question before the Senate, as there is none right now. But no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. And in order to ensure this, that no issue of controversy is raised, listen to the next statement. The drafters of our rules, the forefathers of this democracy and our predecessors in this hallowed chamber, said in that order, the terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when his leave to make it is sought. He did not do that. And even you, Mr. President, ask him now, what is this personal explanation about? Because he did not tell you. Mr. President, we must stand by our rules without minding whose ox is God. He has done this for so many years in this hallowed chamber, trying to protect these rules. And we rely on him a lot, you know, as one of the people guiding us in this. And if we are going to deviate from our rule, it cannot be on his account. So definitely his personal explanation will have to wait for another time, by which time he would have given the furnished you with the details of the statement that he wants to make. I so move, sir.
The leader of the Senate, the reality is that you solved the problem when you started with by the indulgence of the Senate. The Senate can only indulge you through their voice votes. That's one. The second aspect is where the Senate President agrees, then you must give details. As I'm sitting here now, I have no iota of idea. I'm not into witchcraft to know what is inside his mind that he wants to raise as point of order. But sometimes I have to look at the face of our elders, and I say, in case they are not very familiar again with the rules, let me assist to palliate and beat their. But this one is beyond repairs. So I have no option than to rule the civil Senator Abaribe out of order. Leader of the Senate.
I thank you. I announce the first business of the day. Let me say that even though it had happened on a good number of occasions, that I had come to a conclusion that it's not every time that I want to be on my feet to be celebrating the defection of members of other political parties into the ruling All Progressive Congress. But sir, what happened today was so significant to the extent that even you as the presiding officer felt it could not be ignored. And that's why I thank you for the opportunity again of simply standing up to say, welcome to the All Progressive Congress caucus of the Senate, to our colleagues who just came. And given the number of defections that we got today, I feel that even you, by God's grace, as a presiding officer, deserves to be congratulated. I congratulate the leadership of this Senate. I congratulate every member of the APC caucus, in the Senate. And I congratulate the leader of our party, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. I congratulate Nigerian people because it can only show that something is working. These people are not daft. They are not by any means less qualified, than being worthy patriots and Democrats. For them to be able to take these decisions after due consultation with their family members, with their constituents, with even the parties where they had sojourned, and to be able to come to this conclusion, I feel that as much as possible, they deserve to be congratulated. It shows again that something is working. I've said this, Mr. President, and I will let you just round it up because it is significant.
Well, we have a point of order from the whom you know very well. You are a very good friend and brother. But let me just add that I join you to welcome our new colleagues. I'm in awe as to what is happening in the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Senator Abaribe knows that in the 8th Senate, the reverse was the case. The ruling party was the APC, and the defections were from the APC. Majority of the defections in one day alone, we lost 34 senators from the APC to the then PDP. We even lost the presiding officer, the then presiding officer, Senator Bukola Saraki, from the APC to the PDP. PDP was not in power. So today, you can see for yourself that the rank and file of the other aisle that was majorly populated by the PDP is totally depleted. The reverse is the case now. Under this 10th Senate, the PDP has emptied itself into the ruling party. I think this is 1-1. In the 8th Senate, they emptied themselves into the opposition. In the 10th Senate, they emptied themselves into the ruling party. So I want to join you to agree that something must be right somewhere. The President, Commander-in-Chief, has brought very bold decisions and reforms to the country. We in this 10th Senate, we are not oblivious of the fact that we made what I used to call a phony economy when Nigeria was almost in bankruptcy. But this president has steadily brought reforms. And then some of the decisions, particularly on oil subsidy, and then harmonization of the foreign exchange rates. We have 4 different rates. Some people buy dollar from CBN at 199. Some will buy at 300. Some will buy at 400, just like that, depending on your connections. This led to a lot of dislocation of the economy. He has harmonized that into one exchange rate for the country. He has stopped the fuel subsidy and has raked in money. And because he believes in true federalism, the state governors are telling me that they are not borrowing 1 naira anywhere. They are meeting their obligations on a monthly basis, paying salaries and doing their projects, because every cover that comes to the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation is shared in line with the Constitution. And the states that the subnationals are doing very well, and people are happy. So that is why whenever a senator goes to consult his constituency, and say, I want to join the APC. They say, join the APC, because they are putting Nigeria on a trajectory of growth, and they are putting Nigeria on the trajectory of total reformation and rebirth. So I won't be surprised if the point of order that Senator Abaribe is about to raise now may be personal explanation as to why he's also going to toe the line. So this is Senator Abaribe. I congratulate the...
Thank you, Mr. President. My 52-8. No senator shall impute improper motives to another senator. I say this with due respect, Mr. President. The Senate leader, our highly revered Senate leader, said that when I approached you, that I never said what I was going to say. But on the contrary, Mr. President, you asked me whether the point of order I was going to raise, the person was about defection, and I said yes. And we all laughed about it. So you would have let me raise my point of order, because defection is not a controversial matter. And in fact, the APC just celebrated defection here. So that's why I feel that that particular improper motive by the Senate leader must be withdrawn, so that it doesn't look as if I came to you without knowing the rules. I know the rules, Mr. President.
What about giving us the details in writing?
Mr. President, I think the business of the day should go.
Your point of order is noted. Leader of the Senate.